Welcome everyone. This is Witnet Sprint Review number 43. Thanks for tuning in. As usually today we will be doing an update on two different aspects of the Witnet project. First, community and outreach, and then an update on software development. We have no demo this time, so this will be a quick one, but we will have plenty of time for questions and answers at the end, as Thomas will explain now.
Hi everyone. So yeah, as per last week, we'll be using the Slido app for asking any questions that you might have. We'll also be doing the community vote on the meme winner for this week. So just go to slide.do as there and use the event code Witnet43. I've also included a link in the YouTube comments. So community and outreach announcements. We have a new walkthrough that's come out today from DeHero on how to run a node on a Raspberry Pi, which has been lots of people have asked for. So it's great that this is now up and you can visit it on the YouTube channel. There'll also be a link in these slide notes, which I'll post later. Witnet dashboard, network dashboard is up. It's live on witnet.live. You can get in touch with Harsh Jain or Elliot Senpai on Telegram to add, and just reach out to him and ask to add your nodes to the dashboard. We are going to be starting a new Russian community in the coming weeks. It's a trial for now to see how the uptake is. But yeah, so look out for that in the next few weeks. And we're also made a speaker application for EdCon. We're waiting to hear a reply. That'll be on the 9th to 11th of August. We'll let you know on all the announcement channels if that goes ahead. So specifically with the incentive program phase 2 announcements, we have now 10 days of blocks mined. So congratulations to everyone that has mined a block so far. The network is steady and robust, which is great, which means we're getting closer and closer to mainnet, which is fantastic news. The KYC process will be starting in the coming days. We now have someone who will be running it for us. They're called WeStart, and we are going through the final process of finalizing that right now. The bug bounty program is also open. Many of you may see that. There's a reward of up to 5,000 DAI for finding a critical bug on the protocol. There's also a bunch of other ways to get involved as well. So all the details are on the Witnet blog, which I've put a link in there. Yeah, we're also reaching out to bug bounty platforms in the next week. So if you have any recommendations for those, if you have any communities you know of bug bounties, please do get in touch with me. That would be a great help.
So regarding software development, we have, as always, two main softwares that we are developing. One is the Witnet Rust node, and which the goals for this sprint were releasing the testnet 9.2, which you guys are enjoying right now. I hope so. Then working on a new, more robust consensus algorithm that we will explain, and also doing some optimizations in how we manage transactions and data requests in memory before they are included in blocks, and how we manage when we see those transactions included in blocks, how we clear that from the memory. And in the Sheikah area, we wanted to work on improving the data request UI so that we make sure that we have the best UI and UX possible for creating data requests in a visual manner by the time we arrive on mainnet. And also we made a new release. We wanted to make a new release on the Witnet Radon GS library, which enables Sheikah to create data requests using JavaScript, or you can use it in any other JavaScript environment. And yeah, they will explain in more detail.
During this sprint in Seika, we have been working on small tasks instead of implementing a big new feature. And as Adad said, we have continued improving the look and feel of the data request editor. So regarding the data request editor, now we are checking that the data request templates are valid before import them, which fixes some errors opening templates after import a malformed template. We add support for map arguments in the Witnet Radon.js library. Until now, map arguments had to be set as strings, and their behavior wasn't as fluid as other argument types. We also add a JSON tree viewer to show the partial results in a very friendly way, as you can see in the image aside. And we also improve the accessibility of some buttons, such as the receive or the editor toolbar ones, that after the user click them, the focus is set properly in Shake. Finally, we disable copy mnemonics when the user is creating a wallet in the production environment. And for Linux users, we set a network main category option in the bundle, so they can open Seika from the network folder in their application launcher.
With respect to the node, as Sadan mentioned, one of the main goals was to have a stronger consensus algorithm in Witnet, and what we discussed and assessed is a superblock-based consensus. So, which essentially means that ARS members will vote for the last superblocks they have seen, and they will try to agree on what's the state of the network at that point in time. So for that, we need to fix something that was a bit broken in the superblock construction while the node was synchronizing. So now it's fixed and working. We also decided that we need a bootstrap committee, so that because at the beginning the ARS is not sufficiently mature, so a bootstrap committee will sign the superblocks until that moment in time happens. And we also need to return, as Thomas said, we need to return the partial results so that Sheikha can draw them nicely. So with respect to the issues that remained under review, we decided that we wanted a subset of the ARS to actually vote, not the entire subset. So that's still under review, but will soon be merged. And under development, we still have the consensus achievement once 2/3 of votes of that committee that I spoke above about agree on something, and also how to synchronize to the latest superblock that was voted, that was successfully voted in the network.
Okay, at the end of the sprint, we always like to have a brief summary about how well we perform during the sprint. During the sprint, we target a similar amount of user story points as previous ones, around almost 200. And as Gorka mentioned, those that weren't completed are still remaining are mostly related to the consensus algorithm with the superblocks. The reason is because of the complexity it has and the intensive testing it requires. And also, in the next slide, we also like to point out the impairments we encountered during the sprint that make us develop or have a slower pace during the software development process. And this is, as you already can imagine, the complexity of the technical challenge regarding the new consensus algorithm. As always, it's really difficult or really tough to plan in advance or to estimate in advance how complex they will be and how much time they will take us. And also, obviously, the holidays, because some team members are taking some days off to enjoy the summer. And yeah, and that's it.
So it's time for questions and answers. I will change from this window to the 1 second. Okay, there we are in Slido. Okay, first question. That was my fault. That was totally my fault. I said 092 and I wrote 092 in the slides, but obviously I meant 9.1. Yeah, the testnet that is live right now and that started last Tuesday, the Tuesday in the last week, and yeah, there hasn't been any further release after that. But yeah, the development of these super block and the new consensus algorithm is moving forward at a very good pace. So we hope that we will see 9.2 coming out in the next weeks. Okay, the next question. I see fast progress in the nodes. No, there are about 19,000 blocks as a validator. I would like to know when everything will end. Any suggestions? When anything will end, is that like okay, the incentive program will be running for basically for as long as the testnet phase goes until the token generation event and the mainnet release, hopefully in a few weeks. And also some part of the program will continue after that, up to 6 months after that, the one related to other kinds of contributions, not explicitly back bounties or running nodes in the network and so on. But the running nodes in the network part, actually, we will probably need to stop it a bit like in advance to the token generation event, because there will be we will need to create the Genesis block and so on, and we will stop at some point. And in between, as we have explained many times, and there's an article in the Medium blog about this, is that we may need to stop the block counting many times, as many times as needed, for making sure that we can make new releases and we can test new things and we can keep breaking things and fixing them and making sure that the software has the best quality possible for making a successful mainnet release. So in the closest horizon, we have this 9.2 release in the coming weeks. No more than 2 weeks from now, I think. And in that moment, we will stop counting blocks in the current testnet, and we will start counting blocks in the new testnet. There will be like a downtime in the middle, like a time for people to stop their nodes, upgrade them, and move them into the new network. So we will keep you posted with all the dates, all the deadlines, and everything how it's going to be, and to make sure that everyone is informed and everyone can start in 9.2 in equal terms. Currently, new nodes joining have a disproportionately hard time finding blocks. Any plans to solve this? Okay, this is a thing that works like that. It's by design in the protocol. We cannot allow new identities created on the spot to take a big piece of the cake. Okay, so there's let's say a rate in which new identities can join the system and can take up a percentage of their reputation and can mine a percentage of the blocks and so on. So the thing is that all of this is a probabilistic thing. So it's only a matter of time that if you leave your node running, operating, and it has sufficient uptime and it works as intended, it's only a matter of time that at will point it will mine a block, get some reputation, and this reputation will start to build up and build up and build up, and you will your node will join all the rest of the nodes and will be able to mine blocks and act in the protocol in equal terms. But yeah, it's always a hard start for someone who joins the system after it has been sufficiently bootstrapped. It needs to be like that. There are some suggestions for making some adjustments to that, taking into account the reality and the facts of the current network, its size, how many different nodes there are, the volume of the data requests that exist, which condition how reputation is distributed, and also the block size limit that exists today that didn't exist a month ago. And all of that has probably made that we may need to do some adjustment there, and that's something that we are looking at, and also we are trying to involve the broader community on discussing that. Compared to the number of nodes, the number of active nodes is quite low. Any thoughts on this? Yeah, this is quite related actually. Active nodes are in no way different than nodes that are considered not active as per the protocol. Okay, there's nothing wrong with nodes that are shown as not active. There's this thing called the active reputation set. It's a data structure that allows us to compute the eligibility proofs basically for distributing the workload of resolving data requests and mining blocks across all the nodes in the network. And we need to make sure that that set has a certain size, like a limit on its size. Okay, and so in the way it's designed and with the consensus constants that we are using right now, there's a limit that could be maybe too low for the number of nodes that exist in the network, because those have really exceeded our expectations, which is good news. So as I said, we may need to do some adjustments to make sure that active reputation set it's as faithful as possible to the reality of the network. Right now, it's sampling a very small, a relatively small amount of nodes from all the nodes that exist in the network, like in a proportion of 1/10 or so. And yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea to make some adjustments to represent more nodes there, so that everything looks nicer. Some of Russian node validators have trouble in English. I guess I cannot not read the last words in each question, because I have another window there. I have troubles in asking questions. So how about Russian Witnet chat? Yeah, the Russian Witnet chat is coming soon. We are looking for the right people to be the promoters of that group, and to keep the conversation healthy and focused, because that's something that we value a lot. As you can see in our Telegram and in our Discord, the conversation is quite technical most of the time, and focused on supporting each other, and also on sharing memes and so on. But we want to translate this quality and this culture to every single community that exists in Witnet. So we are just getting everything prepared, and that's something that we will hopefully see in the coming days or weeks. This Russian Telegram group. Okay, those were the questions, and now the funniest part, the memes. Okay. Never saw so many text in a meme before. Oh yeah. Everyone is, and I really love that people are like really diving deep into the protocol and how it works and how could they optimize their like the probabilities for them to be assigned data requests and producing blocks. It's been super interesting, and it's the whole point of running this testnet incentive program, like having a lot of people try the software and give feedback and reason about it, and constantly provide feedback for improving the thing. So we also got a lot of memes from the community this sprint, and we will be voting the best, I think, the best community meme, and we will be giving a little reward in form of a mainnet with tokens. So pick your favorite one, and we will do a poll in a minute. So these are the contestants. There are 6 of them. So I will now, okay, leave this like that. If you go to the Slido app and enter the code and so on, just like what you were doing with sending the questions, now it will be prompting a poll, and you will have the 6 options. So voting is open. Cannot choose. Well, for a second, the 6 of them were having the same number of votes. Okay. Let's run this for a minute. I will put some music. Closing in 30 seconds. Ten seconds. Thomas, you close the poll. Okay. So
I'll figure out who gets the reward for that one in a
okay. Let's see. Is there result shown here? Can you like please send the result? Oh yeah, that's the result. Okay.
Yeah, which is the hero.
So that's number 5. Number 5 is the one. Okay, are your Witnet nodes synced yet? Yes, they are. Witnet nodes. Shaking hands. Nice. So that's the heroes.
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations, the hero.
Got a big week as
Awesome.
Well.
Nice job there. So that was everything for today. Thanks for watching. Thanks for your interesting questions. We are really excited about the progress that we are making, about how the community is evolving, how there are people creating Block Explorer, the network dashboard, lots of different pieces and people contributing in many different areas. So super happy about that. Hope to see you in a couple of weeks. We will bring a lot more advancements and also hopefully a demo. And thanks for watching.